going
No,
to?
she will.
Okay. All right, guys. Um, just full transparency, we are starting a duplication series because our duplication numbers are not awesome, like across the board, like top down. Um, and that's okay. Like we need to be aware of our numbers because that's how we know what to fix and what to work on. That doesn't mean that we're bad or wrong or whatever. Like obviously we're doing great things. Chandler just went Sapphire. Like we're a Sapphire team. That's incredible. We have 2 Emeralds on our team. Like we are doing great things, but it's always mindful. Like we need to be mindful of where some of our like low spots are, and duplication seems to be one of them at the moment. So I get to kind of talk to you guys about kind of the intro of duplication because it's a big thing and there's a lot of moving pieces. So, what is duplication, right? What does that even mean? It means someone else is duplicating what you are doing, right? They're repeating what you are doing. Um, guys, like I said, if someone's in the waiting room, y'all are gonna have to tell me because I don't know how to let them in. Okay. Um, and they're going to be taking you mostly, I put little like mostly out of the equation, right? Like we're still available for 3 ways. We're not going to just like throw somebody to the wolves as soon as they say, I want this business. But like now, Claire and Hunter and some like Lindsay, some of my other level ones can kind of work their business without me like holding their hand every single day, right? I'm a support system, but I'm not telling them what to say, what to do. Like they are not my puppets anymore. Like they've spread their wings and they're starting to duplicate what I've taught them to do or what they've learned on their own, right? Because I can't teach them every little thing. Okay. Um, so let's talk about some things that attract business builders because that's like step one. We've got to get them to say yes. We've got to get them interested. Consistency. You cannot be someone who post plexes for 1 week and then goes away for a month and then comes back for another 2 weeks and then goes away again. Like no one wants to be a part of that because they don't believe that you believe what you're talking about, right? So consistency is going to build that credibility day in, day out. I drink my pink drink every day. I believe in the products every day, not dabble here and there, right? We're not jumping from product to product. We're showing up, being consistent. Um, Genuine care for them as a person, just like Taylor talked about, right? They're not a sale, they're a human. Not saying ick words like, join my team. Hey, girl, let's chat. Like, this is my cute little side business. I like to be in sales. Like, that's like 5, 7 years ago. Okay. It's gross. Don't do it. No one wants to be a part of that. This is a legit business. This is an extra stream of income. Okay. We're not saying join me. We're going to make it about them. Okay. So that leads into like this next bullet point of compliment and poor belief. I think you would be so good at this because XYZ. Now it's about them. It's not about my team. It's about something they bring to the table and I see it in them and I'm going to bring it out of them, right? Um, we need to offer a solution to their problem, whether it's a financial problem, they're lacking a community, they want to travel, right? If you have a solution to their problem, that's attractive. Again, we're making it about them, right? It's not about what I can get from this person, it's what we can offer, right? And we're building them up through that process. And then this last bullet point is super hard for people like me because I'm a yapper, but talk less, listen more. Okay. And the easiest way to do this is just ask a question. Ask a question, listen. Oh, that's interesting. Thank you for sharing. Ask another question. That keeps you from just word vomiting and scaring people away, right? Don't scare people away. Just listen, because when we listen to them, we're going to hear their heart. We're going to learn something about them. And we're not just listening, right? We're taking in that information, processing it, and going, oh, so that's what matters to them. That's a pain point. Oh, you don't have time to go to your kid's soccer game? Mental note. You have taken all of your PTO and now you're getting docked every time your kid is sick. Pain point, mental note, right? So we're listening and we're trying to uncover the layers of what's going on. Why are they even interested in this? What solution can I offer, right? What problem can I solve? All right. If you don't read John Maxwell yet, you will, like, it's time. Okay. If you've reached the point in your business where you are ready to be a leader, it is time to read John Maxwell. Okay. Leaders become great not because of their power, but because of their ability to empower others, right? So leadership's not about I'm over you or I'm in control, right? Or I'm in charge. It's about this is an opportunity for me to speak life into somebody, to believe in them, to love on them, right? And we're empowering them to run their own business. We're empowering them to create income for their family. We're empowering them to build their own empire, right? So that's what leadership is about. Okay. So are you duplicatable? Duplication, you've got to be duplicatable. What does that even mean? That means can they do what I do? So from your first conversation with somebody, like your first reach out, like that has to be duplicatable. Are we teaching them how to, like, they're going to go through this process of you watching you sell whatever to them, right? And they're going to be mental notes. Can I do this? Could I also do this? So here are some examples of what is duplicatable and what is not. When they ask you a product question, what is duplicatable is sending them the triplex video or sending them a graphic or sending them a screenshot of a testimony from Gut Health and Happiness. Those are duplicatable processes. What is not duplicatable is you sending a paragraph of ingredients and all of the super awesome knowledge you have because you know everything about xylo-oligosaccharides and you're just so smart and you can spit out scientific words. Like, that's not duplicatable. It's awesome that you know that and there are time and place for that knowledge, but it's not in those conversations, right? Like, it is not your time to show off and be the expert because they are going to go, well, I can't sell this because I don't know what XOS stands for, right? Like, that is going to scare them away. So make it simple, send them a cute graphic, send them a video, something that they can also take into a conversation and just forward those videos, right? Something else that is duplicatable are events. So if you guys haven't done like a Facebook event or something like that, doing those and helping with those are duplicatable. People can go and copy and paste those, testimonies and things that we share in those Facebook events. On my not duplicatable side, I have voice messages, but there's a lot of stars next to it for a reason. Because voice messages are good. I think you should be sending them as reach outs. I think, especially if you're a person who maybe you sound a little more genuine when you're like sending a voice message and you have a hard time texting and explaining yourself over a text, a voice message is perfect. Okay. So please don't think I'm telling you not to use voice messages. What I am saying, again, is don't answer their product questions and all their questions with a 2-minute voice message because now they're going to have to do that also when they go to talk to people and when they go to reach out to others, right? Now, the initial reach out voice message, yes. A 2-minute answer about a product, no. All right. Something else that's duplicatable. We have what's called a conversation flowchart. It's a graphic. It tells you exactly what to say and when to say it and the process of how to have a conversation. That's duplicatable. Follow the conversation flowchart. Send it to them, and then teach them how to follow that flowchart. Anything that can be made into a checklist or step-by-step process, how to send a cart. If they ask you how to share a cart, do not text them or voice message them the instructions. Go find the graphic that has 5 steps and send it to them. Because that's way more duplicatable and easy to repeat than them remembering all the steps and them sending another voice message to someone else, right? So use your graphics, use your step-by-step checklist. We have a customer care checklist. It tells them exactly what to say, when to say it to take care of customers. What is not duplicatable is texting them and saying, hey, did you check in on your customers? Have you done your customer care? Like, yes, say that, but ask them, have you sent day 5 on the customer care checklist? And then they know exactly what they need to do. or where to be, and they can repeat that process, right? What's not duplicatable is turning them loose and saying, oh, great, you made a first post, go send some messages. That's not duplicatable, and that is scary for somebody, right? But what is duplicatable is sending them your message examples and saying, do you have 15 minutes? I will help you send 3 messages. Let's FaceTime. They have examples. They're going to see your face. They feel safe, and they can repeat that, right? All they've got to do is go and edit the examples that you've sent and then send them. You cannot assume that somebody knows what they're doing, right? Because they don't know how to handle objections at this point. They don't know how to um like send messages that aren't icky yet, right? So some people might, but they're scared. So hold somebody's hand through the process and be duplicatable, right? Make it super simple for them to repeat and repeat and repeat, right? Step by step. Anything anyone has to add on that or a question before I move on? No, I don't hear the Haleys. I don't hear anything from anyone or Chandler. Okay, I'm moving on. Okay, some questions to keep in mind when you are working with somebody is what potential do you see in them? If you don't believe in this person, why are you even working with them? Because if you don't believe in them, they're not going to believe in themselves. And this is just going to be a waste of everyone's time. So you need to write down the potential that you see in these people, what you think they have to offer, what value do you think they bring to the table, and then tell them, right? Tell them, hey, you are so joyful. Like, you're going to crush this business. I think you will be a diamond because XYZ. When you speak those positive words over people, they have power, right? And our words have life. Like, that is biblical. Like, what you speak over yourself, what you speak over people can come, like, will come to fruition. So why not? Why not speak that over people? Um, and then the second thing you need to do is we need to get to know them. We need to figure out what drives them. So just like Taylor clearly explained to us, what was driving her was the opportunity to take her husband on a trip, right? She didn't care about the Christmas cash bonus. She never said that, right? She cared about wanting to take her husband on a trip. So I had to know that in my mind to text her and say, hey, I know you want to go on this trip. I know you're wanting to go on this special trip with your husband. Like, and like constantly remembering what's driving different people. Now, Lindsay Bonner, who's another one of my level ones, like, she wants to be a diamond. Like, she wants to have the income to have time freedom. Like, she wants to bring her husband home and they want to do whatever they want to do and they want to have all the freedom in the world. That is her why. I know that's what drives Lindsay. Okay, so I'm reminding her of, hey, are we showing up today? Because I know you have goals. I know you want to have some time freedom. Okay, so you've got to know your people. And how does that stem from? Just building relationships, asking questions. Okay. Another thing you can do is do a personality color test and figure out, like, does money drive them? Are they about trips? Do they like to have fun? And so that's another thing that you can look into is what's their personality. Okay, so once we know these things about somebody, right, we need to cast vision for them. And so we're casting vision in 2 different ways. By posting, and that's just for, that could be for potential business builders and current, both. All right, so here's some examples I just quickly found today. Jordan Roddenberry took a picture. You can read it right there. She didn't have to take PTO because her little one needed some extra loving and she didn't have to take PTO. So what are we hitting here? We're hitting a pain point of a mom feeling guilty for being away from her kids, someone who wants that time freedom. Okay, so that's a time freedom vision post, right? We have Claire's post. She's in her pajamas, she's making money and she's comfortable. So this is for the mom who's tired of the corporate, having to dress up every day, wanting to wear whatever you want, right? That's a vision. Oh, I get to wake up on a Monday and wear sweatpants to work. That was me today, right? Like I worked today in my pajamas. I didn't shower till 5 o'clock tonight to get ready for this. Like that's my day. And then my vision casting post is for the people like me who love to travel, right? So I'm telling them about all the places I'm doing. I'm posting a picture of me on an airplane and casting that vision of like, I get to travel all the time now. Okay. So, um, I should not post about travel all the time because there are some people that's not going to strike a chord with, right? So you've got to cast a lot of vision of different areas, right? So I think Haley Ross posted today about, being able to buy organic groceries. Like that might be a vision for somebody. So just constantly casting that vision through different posts. And then the second way
I want to say something really quick on
yeah,
this.
go for it.
A lot of times people like think that, oh, I'm not gold, so I don't have anything to post about, or I can't post about that because I'm only a silver, or I've only added like, you guys, people don't know that. And if you had for your first paycheck paid for you to go get your nails done, talk about that. A lot of people feel guilty for going to get their nails done as a mom because they should have spent that money somewhere else, or maybe they should have bought the organic strawberries and not gotten their nails done, things like that. Like, I know it seems small, but that is so big to so many people. When I post about house cleaning and having a house cleaner, I don't know what it is, but my Facebook page, like that is something they like. They want to talk to me about that. So post about the small things, even though you think they're small, they're not, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I was just talking to Lindsay about this the other day. Like, even if you make $100 or $200 for the month, that could be someone's groceries. Like, someone might not be able to feed their kids because they don't have an extra $200. Like, that can go a long way. So, don't downplay what is available here because you never know what somebody could need, right? That's a whole soapbox for another day. We got to keep moving because I'm talking too much. All right. So product lovers are your best ambassadors. So this like there's a lot of different ways that you can go about messaging business builders, right? Or recruiting business builders. I was very adamant on like reach out with the business first. Reach out with the business first, fall back on the products. Haley Ross has had wild success not reaching out about the business, getting them hooked on the products, and then having them share their wins. Okay. Lindsay Bonner's the same way. She's had really good success getting them on their products, having them share their wins. You have to know your crowd, right? If you know that maybe at first they're not going to be business people, get them hooked in with the products and then present the business. If they have clearly said they hate their job, they need more money, and they hate having a dress code at work, that's probably a good person to present the business to, right? So, like, before you send a message, this is just a little tidbit, go look at their profile and see what they're posting. Like, do they look like they're happy in their job? Do they like what's going on? Go learn something about them before you just send them a message, right? So then you know exactly who you're reaching. Okay. So I just put two different ways that you can message product lovers um, about about the business, right? So I said, did you know that you have a referral link? I can help you help 3 to 4 people this month. See how I said I'm going to help you, not you want to message people or you want to make a post. It's like I'm going to help you. I'm in this with you. 3 to 4 people this month and make $500. Would that be a blessing for your family? End with a question. Always. And then this one, obviously, they just told me something great about their products that they're loving. Those are incredible wins. How would you feel about sharing those with a few people? And I can help you use your referral link to make $500. I don't say business. I don't say sales. I don't say anything that's going to scare them into thinking they just signed up for another job because most people don't want another job, but everyone wants an extra $500. So you've got to word it where it's not terrifying, right? Hang on, I need to look at my notes. Okay. Um, and you have to mention this more than once, right? So, like I said, I like to message about the business most of the time in my very first reach out. I've had success with it. Um, Maybe you don't, and they say yes to the products, we sign them up, and then you say, hey, you have a referral link. Do you want to chat about it? There's your first seed. Or it's after they have a win, right? So there's multiple points in this process where you can drop that income. Now, they tell you no. Cool. Move on. Does that mean no forever? No. That means no in that moment. So you have to circle back. Um, I saw a graphic, I think maybe Jessica Heffley posted it the other day, and it was like that people finally say yes to the business on like the fifth follow-up, or it was something insane, right? Did you see that, Haley?
Yeah, I did. I'll try to go find it. But it's all about literally what she said, following up. I have a girl, she signed 7 people last month. 7 people. You guys, I work with her and she's been watching me do this for 3 years. And I've asked and I've asked and I've asked. And then she signed up this month and she signed 7 people and she's like ready to go. It just takes time. They have to trust you.
Yeah, it's gonna take time. And that's okay. It's okay. Don't push people away, but just write their name down, circle back. Okay. We want to encourage and set realistic expectations. Okay. So here's some do and don'ts. I love do and don'ts. I like realistic, tangible things of what I should and should not say. What we should not say is, this is super easy. Anyone can do this. Do it with me. Right. I just set them up to fail, because if they have any bump in the road, any obstacle, I am a liar, because I just told them it was easy. I told them anyone could do this. I did not set them up to succeed, right? Now, here's what I am going to say. This is a really great opportunity. I will match your energy. Chandler Sanderson taught me that phrase, and I will take it to my grave, because what that tells them is I will do whatever they are willing to give me. If they want to walk and send one message a month, then I'm going to go at that pace with them. If they want to run and get to the top and work every day, then I'm going to do that with them too. But what I'm not going to do is drag them, right? If they don't want to work, I'm not going to drag them. I'm not going to bother them. I'm going to match their energy. Okay. What we're not saying, silver is so easy. Like, it's only 3 people. Most people do it in a week. It's not a big deal. Like, you can so do this. You can so get 3 people in 1 week. It's nothing, right? We're not saying that, because what if it doesn't happen? They are going to quit because everyone else did it in 1 week and I didn't, so I suck. Right? That is so not fair to people. What you should say is, look, we're going to make a list, we're going to message these people, and it is totally normal for like 1 out of 10 people. Like, that is the statistics. 1 out of 10 people will tell you yes and respond. But it's okay, because I have a game plan to help you with the other 9 people. No, like, you're in the boat with them. You're setting this expectation that, like, hey, you might get nothing, but it's okay. Like, we're gonna keep working at it, right? So setting that realistic expectation. Um, Same thing. Like, if they go to make a post, you can encourage them, but like, hey, it's totally normal. Facebook has all these like horrible algorithms, and our posts get lost. And so, like, if no one sees it or no one likes it, like, don't worry, they just probably didn't see it because of Facebook algorithms. Like, just keep posting. I promise it'll start popping up. Okay. So just letting them know they're not alone. Like, that's super vulnerable to put yourself out there and get rejected. Um, so don't set them up to fail, right? And then we don't want to say, like, anybody can do this. What we do want to say, back to that compliment, you are so joyful. I think you will be so great at this, right? That is so different than saying, this is so easy. Anybody can do this. It makes it about them. It's setting that realistic expectation. We're going to undersell it, right? We're going to undersell how simple this is, right? By saying things like it's normal for one person to respond. Um, and then we're going to over deliver, right? Same thing with your products. If you're telling someone this is going to cure them in 30 to 60 days, that is an oversell, right? And if it doesn't happen, those people are quitting. So what we should be doing is underselling by saying, please commit to this for 3 to 6 months. It takes time to heal. And then when they see results faster, because they will, wow, this stuff is magic, right? We over delivered. So we want to undersell, over deliver. Okay,
You guys, it's the same thing. I'm going to cut in real quick.
go ahead.
It's the same thing about like, if you're just posting about weight loss, weight loss, weight loss, not everyone is going to have quick weight loss on these products. But if we talk about how in 3 to 6 months you can see weight loss because you're healing from the inside out, then they lose weight, like win-win. Does that make sense? If we are only posting about weight loss and then somebody gets their products, I have a girl right now, she's gained 8 pounds. She's gained 8 pounds, but she trusts me and we're going to get through detox together. But
Yeah.
if I would have been like, you're going to lose all this weight, like she would have quit on me. She would have quit.
Yeah. And
Can I
that's,
Same thing
also
with
add
products,
something?
same thing with business. Don't tell people it's easy. Tell people up front what they're going to see. Those people will stick around.
Can I also add something?
yeah, go for it.
Actually, I was just having a conversation with one of my new ads. I didn't have time to like get on the phone with her when she joined. So I've just been voice texting today and she's like, I'm like, what questions do you have for me? And she's like, just tell me what to expect. And like I include the bad, I include the hard because I want to normalize those pieces of their journey. And so I talk a lot about detox from the get-go. And I'm like, okay, the goal is to get you feeling better, get your bloat under control, maybe help you lose a few pounds or a few inches around your waist, whatever their goals are, like re-emphasize those. And I'm going to say that's kind of our 90 to like 120-day goal if you stick with me. But I really need you staying consistent. So if you go out of town, take your products. If your schedule changes, like put an alarm on your phone, put the pills beside your bed, like, emphasizing some of those routine changes for her. But then I also went over like the detox piece. And I'm like, so listen, I said, that's the 90 to 120-day goal. And you're going to feel like crap and you're going to have bloating. You're going to have a change in your appetite. You may have some headaches, some fatigue. You may have some cramping, some aching. That is all very normal. And that's a good sign that like we're healing and like all the nastiness is coming out. And I think that's the part that like, at least for me, when I first, because I talked about that, everyone quit because they started feeling like crap. I didn't normalize the crap. And then they're like, these products aren't working. I'm going to quit. So that's the piece that I think that we just have to get better at as a team is like setting those expectations up from the front, from the get-go, being real with people and just saying, hey, this is what you can expect. Same with the business. If their goal is like getting to gold or something, like, great, here's what this is going to be for you. How many times you need to post. It's obviously going to be different for everybody, but like we have to normalize the failure, normalize that people are going to quit. Not everyone we get to silver is going to go to gold. Not everyone we get to gold is going to go to ruby. Not everyone we get to ruby is going to go to jewel. Like that's just the cold hard fact. So we have to normalize the failure, normalize the hard, normalize the quitting, and just know that it's, we just got to keep reaching more people as leaders. So,
Yeah.
okay, carry on.
Thank you, Chan. Thank you, Haley. All right. If you have the courage to begin, you have the courage to succeed. The reason I want to talk about courage is because we're going to talk about something very spooky, something very scary. Okay. Calls, three-way calls, not three-way messages, not three-way text, three-way calls. Specifically, if you can, a three-way FaceTime or a three-way Zoom. Okay. Embrace them, figure out how to do it because this is going to like game changer for your business. And like this is speaking from experience. I found my business exploded when I started doing these three-way FaceTimes, three-way calls with my level one. Okay. We're going to do this with my level one and any level two potential they have, right? So whether that's a customer or a business builder. If it's a customer, we may just be messaging. Okay. If they're just asking product questions, we may just start with messaging. I would love to get them on a call if we can. It doesn't always happen. If they are interested in the business, though, 100%, I'm getting them on the phone within 24 hours of being interested. Why is time of the essence here? I don't want them to change their mind. I don't want their husband to go talk them out of it. I don't want them to go tell someone and them say, that's a scam, blah, blah, blah. I want to be the bug in their ear first because I'm going to debunk every myth, every lie that they're telling themselves, right? No, this is like you can do this. I believe in you, right? So we are the ones getting in their ear and speaking truth first. And three-way calls are scary. I get it, but you guys, if you want your business to grow, if you want to duplicate and build leaders, this is the stepping stone. Chandler, Haley, tell me if you guys disagree, but I think this has been like pivotal in my business for duplication. Because they see my excitement. I think this is also an opportunity for my level ones to learn. So that's kind of the expectation I'm going in when I go into this call is I'm telling my level ones, hey, I'm gonna do a lot of talking. a lot of asking questions. I want you to just kind of watch and learn how we're doing this, right? After we do this 4, 5, 6 times, they're going to get the hang of it. And then they can start to do it, right? Haley,
I
go ahead.
did this I did this a lot with Chandler in the beginning, like a lot. And it was so helpful because I didn't know what to say to these people. Like, I don't know, I'm just doing this and loving the products and like whatever. But Chandler knew what questions to ask and what to do. So, like, Haley, Jay, and I, because we started at the same time together, Haley, Jay, and I, and like we would have four ways because Chandler was helping Haley and I do this. And it was very, very important at the beginning of our journey. So, I definitely agree with this.
And let
Yeah.
me set the expectation as a leader. Like, this is a very time consuming piece of your business. Like, getting somebody to gold, I've said this a million times, is like nursing an infant and sacrificing pieces of your schedule. Sorry, I'm so hot. I was in the bath. Sacrificing pieces of your schedule throughout the week is a lot on your end. Like, you may have to step away from family dinner to jump on the phone. I've done that a few times. You may have to give up your Netflix in the evening to jump on the phone. You may have to sacrifice your quiet time when your kids are napping to jump on the phone, but like training your newbie and sharing your confidence with them, sharing your belief with them, and like giving them a template of what questions to ask and like what type of empowering things to say, that piece is so critical. And I remember doing that, I feel like with all my level ones here. And then like after we did, 5 to 10, it was like, okay, fly the coop. Like now you know how to run your own three-way phone calls. And I watched that duplicate down. But it is time consuming as a leader, but it's like so worth the investment.
Yeah. And um, I mean, your level ones know that, right? Your level ones will have so much more respect for you when they know the time that you're pouring into their business, right? Into helping them succeed. I will also say, kind of like Chandler was saying, like this is a big timepiece. Like something that's helped my business flourish tremendously is the communication aspect with my husband. And I know that's like not on here, but just telling him like, hey, I have a new level one and she's got some girls working through the business. I'm going to be spending a lot of time talking to her and getting on FaceTimes with her and answering her questions. And so he knows up front, like if I'm on my phone, it's because I'm helping somebody. And so just like that clear communication of like, hey, I have a girl, a level two, I'm really helping going gold. I'm doing a lot of hand holding right now. Um, he knows that's important to me. And when I communicate that, it just helps my business run a lot more smoothly. So that's not on there. I just wanted to add that nugget.
Guys, communication is key, literally, with anyone and everyone.
Yeah.
The last 3 days of the month, last month, I was sick and it was Thanksgiving. And my husband was like taking care of the kids because he was like, I know y'all are working, like, whatever you need. Do you need anything? Like, just communicate with your people
Yeah.
because you're doing this for a reason. And the people you're helping are doing this for a reason too.
Yep. So this is a series, guys, because duplication is huge. There's a lot of different aspects of it. I really just wanted to touch on like how to attract them and how to get them started in those three-way calls. But some nuggets I wanted to leave you with is pray for your future team. These are people you are going to be doing a lot of life with and a lot of growing with and a lot of uncomfortable conversations. I've had two uncomfortable conversations in the past month with two people that I love like more than life. And it's part of growing, and we both, like, all of us grew through it, and it's awesome. But if you're not praying for God to put those people in your life right now, like, you need to start, because they will make a bigger impact on you than you could even imagine. And then I was listening to some training videos today, and in one of them, I can't even remember who it was, but they said, if God gave you every business builder that you wanted right now, like, because we all want a business builder, right? We all want a team. If God gave you all of your teammates right now, you couldn't handle it, right? You would not be able to take all of that load on. So like, it is in God's timing. He will give you the people in your path when you are ready to handle them. So that's my next nugget, is like, if you are not preparing yourself and preparing your heart to lead people, you need to start. So how does that look like? Like getting in the word, and being a godly leader, a selfless leader. Like, no one will follow somebody who is selfish. And the root of that, like, for me, has been reading my Bible and saying, like, God, I surrender my business, I surrender my team to you. Like, this is not about me. I don't want to be selfless, or I don't want to be selfish. Sorry. And then secondly, like, my professional development. I'm listening to podcasts, I am reading books, because if I'm not capable of leading these people when they show up on my doorstep, I'm going to fail them. So you can't wait until you have a team to start developing yourself as a leader. Like, you need to start now before they're even showing up. That way, when they're on your team, you're ready to go full swing. So that's my encouragement to you, is to pray over your team and start your professional development before you even have the leaders in your boat. So thanks for listening to me ramble. I love you guys. I'm going to stop sharing and stop recording if I can find the button.
Hey, can I add something to that last thought, even though that was like the most beautiful and perfect conclusion ever?
Yes, I will keep recording.
Wow, you guys are seeing my absolute finest. Let me just tell you. Woo! It's a hot bath.
Did you
Um,
stop recording, Allie?
she did.
No, no, I want this nugget. Go for it, Chan.
No. Okay, you said something earlier, and then it made me think of it again when you said praying for your people. You said, um, that if you don't see, what did you say, the value in people or like the potential in your people, then those probably aren't your people.
Yeah.
That like struck a chord with me, and I feel like I had this conversation with Taylor Sweeley recently. Like, I think y'all saw on our last call how many people I had to get to like just senior silver in order to find golds, senior rubies, rubies. Like, I hate using this word, but it is the truth. I had to weed through a lot of people to find gold in my social network. Like, there were a lot of people in this business that I helped get to silver, senior silver. I didn't really have interest in working this business with them. If I could just be super honest, like there was no chemistry, that we didn't really have a relationship. I didn't really know the person. They were kind of negative. They were kind of hard to coach. They weren't really grateful. Like, none of the big qualities that I'm looking for. And it was really difficult. And I was like, wow, this isn't like super fun yet. But like, I know that if I keep working through these people, if I keep growing in my leadership, if I keep growing in my skill set and my abilities and my confidence, eventually I'm going to find those like higher influence people that I really want to do life with, that are like walking the same path in their faith, that are walking the same path in motherhood. But like, it did take working through and like weeding through a lot of numbers to get to those people. And I know Taylor Swilly can resonate with this. It's like we had so many three-way phone calls when you first started, and it was like so many potentials, so many people wanted over, and like a handful of them did or attempted, and you felt like you were like pulling teeth to get them to like make their next post or to do this or to do that. And those just weren't your people. And like, everyone at some point is going to have that where you're like, wow, this isn't fun, or I don't enjoy this group that I'm working with right now, or no one's showing up to my team calls, or whatever it may be. Like, we have to just keep working and keep discipling, keep being a good person, keep loving on them, because you're in that space for a reason. Maybe like you're that source of positivity they need in that season. Who knows what it is? God has a much bigger story than we do. But we just have to keep working through, and eventually you will find the people that you're supposed to really, really go big with. And it's fun when you do. So, anyways, hopefully that was inspiring.
Yes, always, Chan. Thank you. Also, you're beautiful. So thanks for turning your camera on.
Just gonna let y'all know, just so like ripping the band-aid off now.
Hold on, are we done recording?
Nope.